Objective. After listening to this module, you'll be able to describe components of an effective anticipatory set. Anticipatory set. So you've determined your overall goal and your objectives for your lesson plan. Now you're ready to get to the nuts and bolts of your lesson. Exactly what are you going to do with your kids? An anticipatory set is also called an attention getter. An effective anticipatory set is creative and grabs a student's attention, serves as an introduction to the topic, and usually lasts only a few seconds to a couple minutes at the most. Creative and grabs students' attention. Think of the difference between starting out a lesson on heart disease by saying, we're going to talk about heart disease today. First of all, your heart is the strongest muscle in your body, versus asking everyone to make a fist and then having them guess what organ in their body is as big as their fist and is the strongest muscle in their body. In my opinion, the very beginning of a lesson is incredibly important. It's been said that the first 60 seconds of what you say plays a huge role in terms of the overall success of your lesson. You want to grab students' attention. The more creative, the more likely it will grab their attention. Introduces a topic. An anticipatory set not only grabs students' attention, but it also gets them focused on a particular topic. You don't want to have a really cool, creative anticipatory set, but it doesn't have anything to do with the topic. Here's a picture that an instructor used for an anticipatory set. He started out his lesson by saying, let's jump in and get started. Can you tell what topic he was teaching about with this anticipatory set? I love this picture. It's cute and a creative picture and it grabbed my attention, but it didn't have anything to do with the topic that he was teaching about. The primary purpose of an anticipatory set is to introduce the topic and get students focused on your lesson. Super short. An anticipatory set might be super creative and super fun, but it's too long. An anticipatory set is meant to grab students' attention. Grabbing attention only takes a few seconds, maybe a minute or two, but usually a few seconds. Watching a 5 or 10 minute video, regardless of how great the video might be, might grab their attention in the first several seconds, but after a few seconds, it's probably no longer grabbing their attention. It might be a great video and it's keeping their attention, but the grabbing part only takes a few seconds. A 5 or 10 minute video is more appropriate for a learning activity, unless you want to use only a portion of the video that lasts only a few seconds and grabs their attention. Which of the following is the best anticipatory set? For a nutrition lesson on sugar consumption, show students the size of a 32-ounce cup from a fast food restaurant. Then ask them to indicate how much sugar they think is in a 32-ounce Coke by saying stop as you slowly pour sugar into a see-through glass bowl so students can see how much sugar you're pouring. As students are saying stop, keep pouring until the correct amount is in the bowl. Repeat for other popular sugary foods. Ask them how appetizing it is to eat the sugar in the bowl by itself. Explain that the amount of sugar in the bowl is exactly what they're eating whenever they drink the Coke or whatever other foods you've discussed. Or have students complete a worksheet on the detriments of sugar. Then put them into pairs or small groups and have them discuss the worksheet. Then have a large class discussion as to why Americans consume so much sugar. The best anticipatory set is the first one, pouring sugar into a bowl that represents the amount of sugar that they consume whenever they eat or drink popular foods, such as a 32-ounce Coke. It's creative. Having students complete a worksheet is not creative. Anticipatory sets should be creative. Seeing sugar poured into a bowl and being told that the sugar in the bowl is what they're eating every time they have a 32-ounce Coke grabs their attention. Doing a worksheet doesn't typically grab students' attention. Anticipatory sets are supposed to grab students' attention. Pouring sugar into a bowl will take just a few seconds, whereas having students complete a worksheet and get into groups and then discuss something and then having a large group discussion will obviously take much longer than 5 minutes. Anticipatory sets are not supposed to last more than 5 minutes at the most. The best anticipatory sets usually last just a couple of minutes. There's nothing wrong with having students complete a worksheet and then engage in a discussion, but for one of the learning activities, not for an anticipatory set. Remember, an anticipatory set shouldn't just be creative and grab students' attention, it also needs to get them focused on the topic about which you'll be teaching. The sugar activity is a good activity and it works pretty well at getting students' attention, but it would not be an appropriate anticipatory set for a nutrition lesson on the importance of drinking enough water. sugar or eating fruits and vegetables. The sugar activity obviously is appropriate for a lesson on limiting intake of sugary foods. Key point: an effective anticipatory set is creative and grabs students' attention. It serves as an introduction to the topic, and it should only last a few seconds to a couple minutes at the most. And that's it.